ये the yours आयतस खतर dinner order
Hey, shit,
क्या हुआ
पेन टूट गया.
ये शुरू हवा जो कहीं सस्ते पेन हाँ
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening and good morning. So let's wait another minute for everyone to settle down before we start the session today. Yes. So, yeah. Hi, everyone. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, great. So actually, we have completed. So far, I'll just give a quick recap of the things which we have understood on the Friday session. So we understood how to use loops. Loops means we have for loop, we have while loop, okay? And we have also understood how to use the conditions like if condition, and we know how to use elif whenever where the use of elif, and we also understood the importance of else and when to use the else also. And post that we also understood about the data types, like we saw list and the importance of it. We saw tuple, correct? And we also saw what is range under the data type. And in today's class, we are going to see about the other data types which we have. They are set and they are dictionaries, which are also very important. And each of these data types have their own unique set of importance. I'll also explain you by explaining the difference between each of them, so you'll understand what to use when and why. And post it, we'll see the string operations, and which are also another important topics for the automation testing and also from the interview standpoint. Okay, yeah. So now let me just comment it out. So commenting, I'm using control and backslash. Okay. So now, can anyone explain me what is list? What you understood it over the chat box also, it's fine. What are the list and what are the tuples? So that you can easily understand the difference between the set and the dictionaries.
Actually, I missed last class. Today I'll be watching that class.
Okay, no
So,
worries, no worries. So I'll also give a recap about what are the lists and also tuples. So when you are watching the recording, it will be easy for you to understand.
oh, okay, great.
So here, Purnima said list is mutable and tuple is immutable. Perfect difference. And also they both are ordered collections. Okay. And the data in a single variable. Perfect. And we have list is used to store heterogeneous data types and it is mutable in nature. Yes. Okay. Thank you for answering, guys. So I'm really happy to see the answers. So now I'll just give a quick recap. So all these are kind of storage. It's like a storage system alone. So you know what is a variable, right? In the variable, we will just store a value, like let's say hello, or we can just store another value like integer, and we can store a float. So let's say there are certain conditions in a situations where we have to store multiple data and want to use that whenever required. So in that cases we use list. Okay, so what is list? Here, let me just give a variable name here. I'm just giving using list1 as a variable name equals to, and list should start with open and close braces and open square braces particularly, because here Python, unlike Java, we are not declaring anything. In Java, what do? We'll declare a variable saying a list, and we'll start writing about the values which we want to provide it. But here in the Python, we don't do such things. So whatever the braces you are giving, it will consider that it will start understanding, okay, you have used, the user have used the square braces. So it means they are going to, they want me to be a list. Okay, so here we can have numeric number. I mean, we can have int, we can have float, we can have what is string, hello, and we can have anything over here. Okay, it is not specific to only a single data type. We can have anything over here. And let's say if some user want to update this list, so currently it is 1.2 and hello, and in future I want to add something in the list, even that is possible. It is mutable. So that process of adding something, availability of providing something is called as mutation. Okay, mutable nature. So if I want to add 12, I can also do it. And if I use the method of add, it adds in the end. So likewise, we have multiple methods, which I have also explained it in the earlier session, and also we have it in the PPT. So you can also refer that in the recording and also in the PPTs to get more understanding of what are the updating methods we have in the list. And we can also remove the data by using list1.pop. Pop means which is at the end. If you want to remove it at a particular index, then we can give the index. So basically, whatever the data we have entering here, Python accepts the data and provides an order to it. Okay, so here the very first value which we have given belongs to a zeroth index. Okay, so that is called as ordering. So list is an ordered collection and a mutable in nature. So first will be a zeroth index value, and second here will be a first index value, and third will be a second index value. Understood? And if you are going from the right to left, then here the first, if you are starting from the left, then we can say that this is -1th index, and this is -2 index, this is -3 index. So this is how, not only in the list, if you take the string also, the index will be in the similar pattern. The first one starts with 0, H starts with 0, and O will starts with -1 if you want to access the elements from the end. Understood? And even for the set, even for the tuple, the scenario is same. But I'll just provide an example of the tuple. I'm just giving us tuple1, okay, as a variable name. For the tuple, in order to declare it, the variables inside it, we need to use small braces. Okay. So again, if I can give the same values like 1, 1.2, we can give hello. And here the other part is, even in the list and the tuple, we can have duplicates. I can again use 1. I can again give the value of hello. It also allows the duplicates, and even the tuple, it is the same case. It allows the duplicates. Okay. So the difference between list and the tuple is like, this is not mutable. We cannot update any values in the tuple. We can update the values in the list. So it basically depends on us. So I have a situation in my project where I want to keep on updating my values in the collection, in the sequential collection. Then I'll go with list. And there is another important scenario where I don't want my values to get updated even accidentally in my future executions. Then I'll use my tuple. Okay, so that's the usage difference between the list and a tuple. And now,
Could you please
yeah,
explain again? I mean, when can we use list one and tuple?
sure. So as I said earlier, list, we can update it. We can delete the values from the list. We can add the values in the list. You can also replace the values from the list. Okay, so let's say here 1.2, and the future I don't want 1.2. I can remove it from my collection, from this list. So these type of updates and modification, list allow it, but tuple, it will never allow it. Okay, so let's say in the future, I have some important set of data. Example days itself. We have what are the days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and these kind of days no longer needed to update, right? Because we have a particular set of 7 days which gets repeated all the time, and that is constant in the future also. So during those areas, whenever the no more further modifications needed, we just convert that as a tuple. Why we need to convert as a tuple? Because it is very fast than list while execution. And also, we are protecting the data because no updates we can do on that list, on that values correct. So to make the data very protective in nature, and also to make the testing coding very fast, we will be using tuple. And now similarly, we have another kind here called as set. Okay. So now the set also looks like similar.
Ribra,
Yeah.
a quick question.
Yes, yes.
So, however, now the list we can use the nested list. In the same way, can we use a nested tuple in the tuple?
Nested tuple inside the tuple, we can find out. We can actually, but let's see. Comma 2 and print. It is. So it accepts any kind of data type into it. It is heterogeneous and you don't have to have any restrictions
So
around
within the
it.
tuple, we can use the list also, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But again, it is not modifiable. Whatever you are giving inside it, it takes it. But once you have given, it is not modifiable in the future executions. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Now, so coming to the sets. So I'll just comment it out. And now, why I'm writing everything here, because you'll understand the difference of the syntaxes also for the list, tuple, and also sets. Okay. So now, how do you declare a set? How do the automation Python knows that I am going to give a set, write a set by using clever braces. Okay. So by using the clever braces, we can provide the values inside the set. And now I'm giving the same values here, 1.2, and I'm giving hello here. And also I'm trying to provide the values of duplicates also and see what happens. I'm going to print set 1. Okay. I'm just clearing the screen console. And now let me save this. So here. So what happened? I have given my hello over here, but during the execution, what happened? The value came before, and I have two values, one near the two indices. But what happened? We only have one value. We have only one occurrence of an element, no two. And here we have two hellos also, because the first one is a caps one and the second one is a small letter one. So as I said earlier, Python is a case sensitive. So if you have any difference even in the capitalizing the letters, that will consider as a two different values. If I do a capital H here and trigger the run and see what happens, it only took one value. And this time the order is different. It went towards the last. So what is the main use of what happens with the sets practically is it will only allow a single value. It will not allow the duplicates. Here with the list and tuple, we can have the duplicate values inside it. With the list, with the set, we cannot have a duplicate. Okay. And the other thing is like it will not insert the values in the order which we have provided. So let's say in the list I have given hello as my third value and another hello as my fifth value. So it consider whatever the order you have given, the same order the Python considers it while storing. But with the set, it will not consider in the same manner. Ordering is not possible with set. Okay. So no order, and we cannot have a duplicate values inside it. Plus set, it is mutable. We can add values into the set. We can update the values inside the set. We can remove the values also from the set. So set is mutable. Set is only allows unique elements into it, and set is an unordered collection. Okay. So then what is the use of set? Why do we need to use a set when we already have a list with an extra features in it and we already have a tuple? Sometimes in our automation, there are in certain test cases, we want to just collect the elements from the UI which are unique. We don't want all the data. We just want to store the data which are unique. So during those cases, we can directly use set instead of delete, instead of doing multiple conditions on a list, we can directly use a set so that whenever we are inserting a data, it can help us in inserting an unique elements into it. Any questions on this? Yeah. So I'll explain you some of the modifications we can do on the set. So let's say in future I want to add one again into my set. I'll just print it towards the end so that we can understand what is happening. Yeah. So now here we are adding with the values. Set is an unordered collection, right? So when we try to do set of 1, what happens? It throws an error. For the list, we can do it. In order to pick up the element from the first element, from the first value, we can directly access it by using 0. It means first, when I'm trying to access it, the 0th index, since it is an unorder, it doesn't consider the index. We cannot grab the values in this manner. See, it is throwing an error saying that set object is not subscriptable, which means it is not an ordered collection. So we cannot use a traditional way to access the element like we did for list and tuple. Okay, so now I want to add the value inside my set. So the same functions which we have used for the list, we can use it. Add. Okay, and most of the methods, if you learn for the list, it will be the same for the dictionaries. It will be same for the sets also. Since tuple is we cannot do any modifications on the tuple. They are not applicable for the tuple, but the same methods are applicable for list and for the sets and also for the dictionaries also. So if you understand it once, it should be good. Yeah. Hello, team, do you have any question? Okay, I'll take that as a no.
So
And
here, if we,
mm,
yeah, Tripura.
yeah,
So
please
here,
proceed.
if we can't grab the value, individual value, like how we can grab it in a
Yes.
list or a
So I'll
tuple,
explain
then
you.
what is the main purpose of set?
The main purpose is to handle the unique elements into it. I'll explain you how to access the values from the sets. Okay, it is in the coming in the next couple of minutes we'll look into it. So currently let's focus on updating it, modifying the functions of the set. Okay. So now adding. I'll just clear the content and let's print the set as well. So yeah. So here, if you understood, I have added one since the latest insertion did not happen because we already have the one. So this is the main advantages of a set, and it is really very important during the interviews also, because when the interviewer will ask you to print only the unique element from a particular collections, then you can directly convert that element into a set and you can print it. And how to remove a value, we can directly use remove from here and remove it. See, now the value 1 got removed and we only have 1.2 and hello here. And if you want to update 1 with 2, we can do that also. Sorry, we have to give a brace here. Yeah, let me clear the screen. So when you're trying to replace 1 with the 2, I mean one of the value with some other value, you have to provide that as a list in a square braces. Okay, so now 1 got updated with 2. Since we have 2 ones here, the first value got inserted with the 2. I'll just remove this also so that you can understand what is the difference we have. Yeah. So coming to the next one. Let's say in the future, an interview question here. What arises is like, we have a list with 1. Yeah. So the interviewer asks you, I have a list of collections of 1, 1.2, hello, 1 and hello. So now, I want only my list to be unique. So how do you do that? So you can directly provide print. You can directly convert this list into a set by using a function set. Okay. And open close braces and provide your list variable here. I'll just clear it. See, a set got already created and directly you can convert a set into a list. And let's say set output equals to this one. So now after getting the unique collections, but currently what is the type of the output we have? We have it as set, right? But the interviewer is asking you to get the list out of it. So how do you do that? How do you convert the output set into our list? So we can directly, the same format, you just have to use list. So Playwright is that simple. And provide which variable you want to convert that as a list. And I will provide you the type here, and also let's print the values inside the list as well. Okay, see, now it got converted to list and we got a square braces, which means the value is list. So in this way, we can make use of a list in order to get a unique collection out of the values we have it in it. Now, how to access the values from the set when you can't access it directly like list of 0 or list of 1 without the index. So now let me comment the prints here. Set 1. We have the values as consider we have the values as 1, 2, 3, or 5, 6, or something. Okay, I've just given the numbers inside it. Now, how to access, how I want to print the values inside it. How to do it? So all these we have to use a for loop, some iterations in order to perform the task. As we already know the syntax of the for inside that give a variable in set 1. So basically, for what it does, this variable, which I have declared over here, considers all the values available in my set. So in the first iteration, I will be considered, the one value will be assigned into the I. And in the second iteration, whatever the second value we have it in the collection will be assigned into the I. So I'll just do the print and provide here set2. Sorry, I, because the values are being now assigned into the I, correct? So now let me clear the values here. Python. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is not ordered collection, so I deliberately entered my 4 instead of in between towards the end. Though we have given it in the end, the values have been printed in the format of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. This is how we access the values from the set. You need a loop in order to access it. We cannot access it by using simply with set 1 of 0th index. It doesn't have the concept of index at all. If you feel, if in the future you don't want to use the loop, then you can directly convert your set into a list by using list 1 equals to list of set 1. And you can directly print the list, print your value by using list variable instead of your set variable. Okay. Sorry. See, first way, the value at the 0th index is 1. So this is how we use the set. So basically the major difference here, the major things which we need to consider when you're working with a list or a tuple or a set is that the usage of it. Let's say you don't want to, you want to update the values inside a particular collection and you don't want a unique collection into it and you want to freely access it by just using the index, then we use list. And in certain conditions where you don't want to update anything into our tuples, example example as the days, and we have a set, there are like a particular set of values which no longer needed for the updates, we will convert that to the tuple because it is very fast and absorbs very less memory storage inside the Python. So during those cases we use tuple. And in certain cases where you don't want the duplicates to be inserted into your collection, then we use a set for that. And after that you can convert it to the list, or you can directly use a for loop in order to access the values from the set. So anything is possible over here. And there are other normal basic functions with the sets also. They are, let's say we have two sets, set 1 equals to, yeah, there's another interesting concept here. I'll just use a set and here I'll give as Tripura. And let me print the set and see what happens. You can directly understand. You can also tell me what happened also. Okay, let me clear this one. See, it converted my string into a set collection directly. So that is the main use of the keyword set. So here by using the keyword set, I have just given my string here, string into the as an input, and I've just printed my set. So what happens in my name, I have R repeated in it, but only a single R got converted into a set since it's a unique collection and all the values are now available as part of a set. So another interview question here, they'll give you a string actually. Basically during the interview, what they do, let's say we have a string f equals to hello, how are you? So they'll ask you to print only the unique elements out of this string. So what you can do is like you can directly use a print and you can directly use set function and inside it give the variable. Okay, I'll just comment out. See, all the values which are unique, we already got it as part of string, as part of set. Okay, so this is how you use the data types and also the functions related to the data types in order to make use of your scenario. And there are certain situations where you want to combine two sets. Even that is possible. I'll show you another scenario. Let S equals to Isha Training Solutions. Okay. And the other string we have is S1 equals to just Isha. I'll have it as a capital only. And now we have couple of the inbuilt functions, yes plus S1, which is nothing but it combines string 1 and a string 2. Before doing that, you have to use a set. Set 1, set 2, okay, and the end. Sorry, let's do it differently. It is not accepting in a single hole. So set 1 equals to set of yes, okay, and set 2 equals to set of yes 1. So now let's see what happens. Sorry, guys, I got confused a bit with the strings and set. So here we don't have a plus for that. Here minus, we do have a minus near the set, but not near the string. So minus is nothing but here whatever the S and the S1, we have two strings, correct? So what are the values which are not repeating from S and S1? So for those situations, we use minus. Okay, so whatever the elements we have in S and which are not getting repeated by S1, so we can get that kind of unique collections. Let's say you have to print all the unique characters from two strings from S and S1. We use or symbol here. So I'm just clearing it and executing it. So it is RO. So whatever the values which are unique from both the strings, it will convert into a set and it will print over here. Okay, so these are the major things we use it. And another important thing is like how to get number of characters from a set. So similarly, what we have used for the list and tuple, here also we'll use the same thing. We'll just use len function for that. Okay. S1.
Tripura,
Yeah.
one question.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so in the or statement that you have given for print, so what is the output? Not
It will.
we are not.
Mm.
It is not giving the unique set, right?
It is not the unique. It will give the unique set only every time when you are when you are using a set. It will set functions. It gives us a unique set only. So if you
Okay,
see here,
so
Isha got repeated twice, but we got
mhm.
only one I.
Okay,
One is
okay, so
capital and this is a small one. So it considered as
mhm.
a different character alone. So everything which, if we are using a set functions, it will make sure it will give you the unique one only. No repeating.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. And if you
And
want to print, yeah,
when we are using minus, so it will give only
give,
the non-repeating one.
yes, non-repeating one, what it does is like internally, it will convert all these values. The first I have given yes, correct. So first it
Hmm.
will convert all these values into the set.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then it will mine into a set means unique collection, and then it will minus these values. I have ISHA, so it will remove
Mm-hmm.
Isha directly because those are the repeating, and
Yeah.
whatever these characters we have left, training solution. So from this, whatever the unique characters we have, it will print it. So let's say if I have done yes1 minus yes, it will not print anything because after removing the yes from the S1, it is practically zero. See, it is just giving me set because first it will go to S1. We have
Mm-hmm.
Isha and whatever the repeating we have from the S. Let's say we have Isha again in the S now. So it will remove the Isha from here till here. It will remove our S1 and whatever we left with the S1, nothing, right? So it will just print me set. You
Okay.
understood it? So here the order is made. First I have given S1. So it removes the second value from the first and whatever is left in the first value will be printed in our output.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is the order. If you are dealing with the union, it doesn't need any order because anyway it is printing everything. So when only you are dealing with the minus, you have to be sure like the first one, what from where you want to get the entire details, you need to give it in this one, in the first one.
Okay.
So now, yes. So length, it is same. For the list also we have used the len as a function and for the tuples also same and even for the uh, uh sets it is same. Okay. So now any questions on the sets before we go to the dictionaries? Dictionaries are also very interesting topic.
Could you please explain me why it is giving order like ROHLASI? How it comes? Yeah.
How it comes with okay. I'll explain in this manner then. So when I'm doing set yes, okay. So what happens? I'll just print it. when I use set for my string and I have used the print statement, what happens? It gets all the unique characters. Isha Training Solution have many characters and also many things are getting repeated, right? So it is an unordered collection, as I told you earlier. It will not insert the data in a certain way. It converts my string into a set as soon as I use this keyword. It converts it, it grabs the I and it places it somewhere. And next, yes, it will check whether my already NS is available or not. If it is not available, then it inserts in my collection. Likewise, it does for all the characters available in my string. Okay, and that is how this data got formed. It is formed by dividing all these characters into a collection of array, but a unique collection without any order. I hope I explained it well.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you still have doubts, you
So
can stay in the call. We can have a quick round again in the end.
So
uh,
here, as you say, like a list, sets
Mm.
also mutable.
Yes, yes. List is also mutable and sets is also mutable.
So
And tuple, no.
can we create any set as a immutable? Like I want a
Um,
particular set that the data I should not
okay,
change.
we can do it, but we need to change the type from set to tuple. I'll explain that now. See here, we have converted this this string as a set, right? So now we have a unique collection. So now what I can do, I will convert like we did
I'm
from list
asking
to set.
without converting from set to tuple.
No,
Can we
no,
do
no.
that?
It's their it's their main functionality. So in order to alter the functionality, you either have to convert them into a tuple. Okay. So let's say if you want to this set alone, if you want to convert them into a immutable set, then you have to convert them into a tuple. So that's the only way we have. Because set itself has the functionality to update it. So we cannot go with that code. Yes. Now
So
yeah.
what is the use of a frozen set?
Okay. So you're going with a frozen set. So that's another concept, but basically, so that concept actually works to make the sets frozen. Yeah. So that we can use it in order to make it immutable. So, but the set alone it won't, but we need to have a frozen set for that. Yeah. Anything else before we go to the dictionary?
Yeah, just one question. So, like, there is only one way for accessing the items in the set is like by using the for loop, right?
Yes.
And
Iteratable we needed.
yeah, we need it iterable, and we
Mm.
have seen like when we iterated through numbers, so it
Mm-hmm.
arranged them in the sequence form like 1 2 3 4 5 6, even though it was not in the proper sequence.
Yeah. So
So does
basically, we
it?
cannot even assume that it will be in a proper numeric sequence. Like if I have given 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the last, and it has put 4 in between, we cannot even assume that every time it happens like that. Basically, what happens whenever some data inserted into the set, backend
Mm-hmm.
Python converts each and every element into a hash value. So for each
Mm-hmm.
and every value, so basically we for the numbers, hash maps will be in a particular way for a numbers, and if you also have a strings into it, the hash maps get converted into the strings has a certain level of certain values of hashing. So basically it's a different concept. So whatever the hash values you have given, the python given, the values will be stored in that manner. So we cannot assume that every time it will be in this format only, it can change. So
Okay.
that's the reason
Yes.
why we are using an iteration.
Okay. Yeah, so that was my question. So even though like
Okay.
if it works for alphabets as well, whether I give any uh, particular statement where the alphabets are
Mm.
arranged
It
differently, but
will change. Yeah, it will change. We cannot assume that it will be having once a hash values are set to your input. Later
Mhm.
on, the values will stay. So after insertion, the values will stay in that way, but the way it stays, we cannot predict it. It actually depends on the hash values, what the Python gives at that time.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Kirti, can we look into it at the end for the frozen set? Because we don't use it much, but yeah, we can discuss about it in the end. Because currently my primary focus is about dictionaries and also string functions. Those are the major concepts for our automation. Yeah. So now I'm going towards the dictionaries. I'm just removing the entire data here. And yes, so now you already understood, right? So what is a list, tuple, and set? But what it is doing, we are just inserting the data in a normal format, like 1, 2, 3, or a hello or something. But those data doesn't have any naming convention for it, right? It is just a simple data, we are inserting it. But sometimes we want to have the name for our for our values as well. So I'll show you. So this is also dictionary is also we declare it by opening flower braces alone. Okay. So now what do we do in the sets also? We can just give a value like this, correct? Hello. But here we can provide a key for each and every value. So I'll just provide a meaningful data. So let's say I have name and a value for it. Okay. And comma. And then I have age as another factor, age and as another key. So I'll just give some random value. And after the age, I want to give the course language. I can give it as Python or something. Okay. And here it is not a particular with the string. You can also give your key value as one numeric also. Numeric as numeric data, numeric key. And we can also have what else we can have it? String. We can also insert yeah, mostly string and also the uh, numeric. And here for the same numeric, if you want to insert the value as a tuple, you can also do it. More than one values, you can do it. And if you want to insert the data as list, you can also do it. The values also, it is heterogeneous. You can have anything. You can have strings, you can have tuple, you can have sets, you can have floats, numeric, everything. Okay. But the main thing is that you have to make sure your key values are unique. They should not get repeated. I'll just print this one and see what will be my output. See, all the data here, we can see it, right? The name, age, course, and also this one, and the numerics, everything. And let's say if we have, yeah,
Okay, so is this a variable? Like the key value for the key value, is the key a variable?
we can consider in that way. So it is a matching of variables and its values towards it. Okay. And let's say if inside my key, I have put a tuple for that. So what happens? You only see. You can understand it. 1, 2 again. Okay. And let's understand the output. We can provide it. 1, 2 and 1, 2. And I have given another tuple, have given a list 1, 2 and 1, 2. We can have duplicate values, but not the duplicate keys. Okay.
And
Unhashable and list is not a, yeah.
can we also have a dictionary inside a dictionary?
We can
As a-
have it. Yes,
Okay.
we can have it, but it is more a bit advanced. So let's start from here.
And
Yeah.
one more question. Uh, can we have a dictionary without a key or without a value, like having a null value there?
Without a key and a value, honestly, I haven't tried, but the syntax itself will be in this manner. It will not allow you. So let me try it with 3 and like this. So what it does? No. See, the syntax itself will ask you to provide the value.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes. So let's say we have something which is repeating. So I have given 1 as a numeric key in the in my 6th line, right? So now I'm using the same value in the bottom with key 2, duplicate. So what happens? My key is duplicate now, and let me just clear the screen and print it. See, we got 1, but now we got the last occurrence of the value. So this is what happens whenever you are trying to provide the values of a duplicate keys. Keys are very main in dictionary. So whenever you're trying to provide a duplicate one, then what it happens, the second occurrence will be the first occurrence will get overridden with the second occurrence. Okay, the second whatever you have given that will get inserted. First one will get removed. So this one you should be very careful when you are giving the dictionary names. Okay, I know how to access the values from the dictionary. So same way, dictionary, we can give it as, so first one, mine, just use your dictionary variable name, and next the name is my key into it. So do it, since it is a string, I'm using a double quotations, and then, yeah, see, I got my value. Okay, and there is also another way to get it, dot get, open and close. Okay, so these are the 2 ways to access the values from a dictionary. I know. So what else did we miss from here? If you want to reassign the values, so I'll also show you how to get the values from this
So
numeric.
if I need the values from the list from that particular key, only I want only the specific value.
Yes.
Like here in 2, we have considered as a triple 1 and 2. I
Okay.
want for that 2 key, only 2 I need to get.
Let's try that out. So here, if we use 2, we'll get all the values. So just give one inside it. Okay, we are just trailing it with 1. We got 2. Understood what I did here?
Yeah.
So to
Yeah,
just
I got
explain
it.
what I have did. So first, when you have called dict 1 of 2, so it gets the Python gets a value of 1, 2. So as we already know how to access the tuples, the first index is nothing but 0 and the second index is nothing but 1. Correct? Second value is nothing but 1. So again, I have called, given that index over there. So I want the second value, so I have given of 1. Okay. So now, if I, there are certain situations where, okay, I'll again take this as an example. So do we have 3 as a key here? 1, 2, no, correct. So if I give 3, what happens? Let me show you. It has thrown me an error saying that key error, which means key is not available. near my line number 15. So here I have given 3, so it is not available. So instead of calling my value in this way, if I call my key with using get operator, what happens? It gives me an output of none. It doesn't throw an error. So that is the difference between dict of 1 with get. Okay. So why do we use get then when it is not throwing me an error? So, comma, here we also have a feature of providing the message. No, this is not available. So usually it is mostly used by the developers rather than the testers. So whenever, let's say when you are launching a page and you have uh, because of some API errors or something, we did not get the values from the dictionary. So during that time, if instead of breaking the system, if you just want to show an error message on the screen, so during those situations, we use the get. So it is mostly for the developers rather than the testers because we have another assertions which we'll be using in the playwright, which will be more helpful than the get. But this is one of the functionality about the get. So just understand the concept of it so that when in the interview or anywhere, if someone asks you, you should be aware of it. Okay, if you want the error messages rather than breaking the system, we use the get. Okay, and yeah, so those are the major concept about the dictionaries. If you want to remove the values from the dictionaries, then just use del and of. I want to remove my first occurrence of 1. Okay. You cannot print it. What is it doing? Del doesn't give any output, so I'll just print now the dict 1 so you can understand what is available over there. I'll just clear the screen and print it. See, it is not available. The 1 itself is not available, though we have 2 occurrences of it. The entire key will get removed, irrespective of how many occurrences we have. Okay, so that is how we remove the data, and that is how we add the data, and that is how we update the data. In order to update the data, you just have to provide the variable inside that our key. So this is called key and this is called value. Okay, just understand the terminology. And instead of Tripura, I'm just using Isha. And now let's print the values. Oh, sorry. Near I have updated it. So no, it's okay. Let's see what happened with the I. See, we got Isha. Okay, so be careful whenever you are giving the keys as well. Yeah. So if we are good with the dictionaries, so basically, when do we use the dictionaries in our real-time examples with the playwriters? In future, when we are automating and I want to provide my username and password before clicking the login, correct? So what do? I'll provide my data like this, like my username here and my password here. Okay. And I'll just remove all the content here because it is not needed for my login screen. Okay. So this is the syntax of the dictionary. Please remember. And here, when I am using, I'll just provide page dot send keys or fill. Inside it, we'll just give username, dictionary dot username. So that's how I retrieve the data during my automation, for my automation purpose. Because if we use a list or a set for these cases, then we cannot know, user will not understand what I am doing as part of my step. So if I give some name to my data which I'm going to insert, then yeah, someone when after a few years when someone comes and see my code, they'll understand, okay, so here she's trying to get the username from a dictionary to provide the data inside my login. Okay, So these are some basics about dictionary and also the tuples, sets. Now, I think we have only 5 more minutes, but I'll start with my string functions and let's see how much we can cover. And later we can continue tomorrow also. Yeah.
Tripura, just one question. So, like,
Yes.
the get function that you used like a minute before, can you please repeat it? Like, when to use get?
So usually get you understood about how to call the dictionary, right? So
Yes,
let's say
yes.
here in this dictionary I don't have one at all. So I'm
Hmm.
going to I'm just going to trigger the statement. What happens? Let's see. Nothing, because I'm not printing anything. Okay, I'll just print dict of 1. Okay,
Dict to, yeah,
dict 1 of 1.
yeah, dict one of one.
Yeah. So now what happened? It has thrown me an error. Correct?
Yes,
So it means
yes.
when during my automation also, when I try to use something which is not available in my dictionary. So
Hmm.
but for us as an automation tester, we have to see the error. But for developers, during certain conditions, if they don't want to see an error like this, they don't want the system to break because the Python failed to fetch the data from something. So during those scenarios, what do? They'll use the get. Okay, dot get, and instead of the square braces for the get we use small braces. And now I'll just print it. What happened? None. It did not throw me an error, it just given me an output saying that none.
Hmm.
Okay, so the system did not break, the system did not throw you any error, it just returned the value as none. So here also we can alter the return value. So here none doesn't have a meaning. So if I want, I can also update as like none, the value you're searching is not available. Searching is not available. Okay, so this is what I did. So what happened? Whenever the value is not available, it prints a value which is available in my message. So let's say I have used the username here instead of 1. The username is available in my dictionary, correct? So then during that time, what happens? I'll just clear it. Sorry, this is a string, correct? You have to provide it in the form of a string only. I'll just clear it again and print it. See, it has fetched me the data. So when this value gets triggered is when this value is not available, none. Then the user can see this value in the console. Okay, so this
Okay.
is the difference between fetching the value with the square brackets and also with the get. Okay, so now let me go with the string. I'll start now. Don't worry, I won't take much time today. We'll just start it and we can continue it in the tomorrow's session also. So now string functions are really mandate because for automation testers like us, it saves us in multiple validations. So you know about the validations, and validations is nothing but if we click on, when we navigate to a login screen, we check whether the login text is correct or not, password text is correct or not, and we'll check if we give the password and the username as a wrong values, and if we click on the login, we will check whether the text please provide valid username or password. So these texts also will collect it from the UI and we'll validate it according to the standards which we have it, right? So we'll compare the text with the desired output, whether this is correct or not. So during all these scenarios, we'll get the title of the page and we'll validate it whether the title is correct or not. So we will be doing multiple things with the strings in our automation. So please concentrate on this. So now, I'll just take an example. S equals to hello everyone. Welcome to Isha. I deliberately made few as small letters and few as capital letters. So sometimes that is a situation where you want to convert all these values in the string into a capital letter. What you can do? You can directly do dot upper. Sorry. Upper. What happens? Sorry, this is capital S. I have given a small s. And even see the error message what it is getting. Name error. Name S is not defined. Did you mean yes? So you can directly read it from the console. All the values which I have given in the form of a small or mixed, it converted into a capital letter. Okay, so that is the beauty of the inbuilt functions we have it in the strings. If you want everything unanimously be in a lower, then just use dot lower. Okay. And because why do we need to convert this data? Because sometimes on the UI also, during certain cases, the values can change into upper or lower. There may be a glitch in a UI, and you just want to compare the text, irrespective of what format it is in, irrespective of capital or a small it is in. Then what do you do? You just make everything in a lowercase and compare it with the values you need. You will just make everything in a uppercase. You'll just compare the values in it. Okay. So during those case, I'll just put everything over here on the UI so that you can understand what are the functions we have with the strings. And these two are the main thing. And sometimes you know how to access a string. We just have to do yes of 0. The indexing starts from 0 till the length of the string and starts from -1 at the end till the end. Okay. So the similarly, we can use it. So H means the 0th index 1 and -1 means A because it is ending with A. Sometimes we want to grab the data of the first few characters. So from 0 till I want to grab it the value till we have at the 4th index. Okay, so 0. Here I have given 4 means it will grab the data. It will start grabbing from 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, only till 3, not at the 4. Because when you are, this concept is called as slicing. Okay, so whatever the data, whatever the number you have given before the colon, it will be inclusive. It will start from there considering the 0. So whatever the number you have given after the colon, example 4, it will be exclusive. It will not consider that value. Okay, so if you want to have till you also want to consider the 4th index value, then you have to give 5 here. So then only the Python understands you need it the 4th index also. And here we got a value of hello, which means 0, 1, L is 2, another L is 3, and O is 4. And what is the 5th index value? It is a space. We did not get a space. Okay. This concept is called as slicing. And I want to continue, but it's okay. I'll stop it here for any other questions you have it on the earlier sessions, on the earlier minutes we had it. Yeah, any questions? Okay. I'll take that as a no. And do you want me to continue about the frozen set? You want to have a quick look?
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes, now we are audible. Were you speaking earlier?
Okay. Actually, I'm talking, but so actually, I am from the performance testing background.
Okay.
So I'm little bit aware of this programming knowledge, programming language. So I was little bit confusion between set, tuple, because this I will go watch the video again and
Okay.
I will let you
Okay,
know.
sure. And do ask a question. I can also repeat it if you need some more information around the area.
Actually, these concepts are some little bit to understand. I will watch the video again.
Yeah, definitely. Take your time.
If you have any notes, record this. Just could you please ping me here?
Sure.
Record
Can you
this.
please repeat your name again? I'll drop the notes over the WhatsApp.
Shahen Shah.
Okay, sure. I'll share the PPT with you.
Fine. Actually, I missed the last class also.
Oh, okay. Can you drop a message over the group so that I can get your number from there and post the
Sure, I will
PPT?
drop it.
Yeah,
Huh.
and team, whoever needs the content, please drop a message over the chat in our group so that I can get it from there. Yes, team. So yeah, so I'll have a quick demo around the frozen set since many of you asked about it. But you just understand the concept about it because we don't need much into our automation. We mostly use a list many of the times, and for the interview standpoint, we will be learning about the sets and everything else. Okay, so now.
So I have pinged the people like PPT.
Sure. I'll check it and I'll give me a few minutes. Post the class, I'll share the data with you.
Okay.
Yes. So we already know this set. So this is the representation of the set. We'll be doing it by using open and close braces, right? So now, what is the representation of a frozen set? So we can just use frozen set 1 equals to frozen set. Yeah. Open close braces and provide the value. So this is how you declare the values. You have to provide a function. So what did we do for this? For converting this set, we just have given the set, right? So similarly, we'll be giving the frozen set here and all the values which you need to provide it. You just provide it over here and let me do the normal operation of adding it. So I'll just try to add. I want to append the value with 4 and let me print it and see what happens. So let me just clear the concept here. See, frozen set object has no attribute add. So this is the other concept about, this is another branch of a set, which is another functionality, frozen set, which will not allow the values to be duplicate also. Let me also give a 1. And just comment it out and see how the output will be. It is also a duplicate, but it has come with the as a frozen set syntax. So this is about the frozen set.
What is
No
the difference
adding, no
between...
deleting.
Yeah, sorry. What is the difference between a set, like a normal one, and a frozen set?
Sure. So here you saw, right? When I did add, it thrown me an error. So let me do the same thing with a set. Here, this is my set, s equals to 1, 2, 3, and this is my frozen set. And I have tried adding a value 4 into my frozen set. Now I'm trying to add a value into my set. The same value with the same syntax. Okay. So now let me just trigger the run. See, I got an error near the add here saying frozen set has no attribute. It is also like a tuple which will not allow you to add anything. So whatever you have given during the declaration, so that is the final. You can't add, you cannot delete, you cannot update, nothing. Okay. So whereas with the set, you can add, you can delete it. So I'll just comment this out and print s and save it. See, the value we have added the add function and no issues found. Value got appended in the last. So this is the difference between the frozen set and closed set. Yes. So these are about, so today we covered about the dictionaries and we also saw closely about the difference between a list and a tuple and dictionary sets and why do we use dictionaries and when do we use it, how to call them, how to update them. Okay, so this is about the introduction about the data type. So tomorrow I'll concentrate mostly on strings and then we'll also continue with the functions. I'll start the oops concept tomorrow after strings. Okay, team. So do any of you have any questions or we are good to close? I can see Mansha raising the hand. Hi, Mansha, do you have any question?
I already asked my question. I can't
Okay. Oh,
raise
okay.
my hand. Yeah.
Sometimes happens. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, team. Have a good day. Good rest of the
Thank
day.
you.
I'll share the
Bye-bye.
assessment. And if you want to discuss, you can message me anytime.
Okay.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.